guys this video this week. I'm actually recording before work again. You probably couldn't tell in the last video, but I had to split it between filming in the night and then filming the next morning before work because I was filming when my house was quiet when I started for like literally the first 5 minutes. And then my parents got home and started making a bunch of ruckus, so then I had to go to bed and wake up and finish the rest of the video in the morning. But this week I haven't had any time at night, and it's also my last week before I go back to school. So the nights that I would have maybe had time, I went out with my friends before we all went away to college again. So sorry about that, but I gotta leave for work in literally 15 minutes, which is this is gonna be the length of this video. So no, I did a body triggers video earlier with basically the same setup, except I think when I started the video I had the mic setting on a different one than it is now. I think the best mic setting to have on body triggers is the one that just picks up noise, it's the same all around. I think I've talked about that before, but I'm starting to, figure out kind of the best methods, and I'm figuring out the lighting and the sound and the camera angle a little bit better with every video I make. So on my last video I was using this new light that I got that's it's like an RGB light, and so I think it makes the video look a little more interesting, and I like that color too for the video, except whoa, I just downed 2 bowls of frosted mini wheats, so that's why I'm burping. But yeah, I like the color of the video, but the problem is that usually if you have less lighting, especially sometimes if it's colored weird, that the quality of the video just looks worse. So even though this lighting looks kind of boring, the quality of the video looks way more clear. So but anyway, I hope you guys are all doing alright. I guess a lot of you guys are probably getting ready to go off to school, end of summer kind of thing. I think most colleges usually start after high school and stuff. So if you're in high school, you're probably starting next week, or if you haven't already. And then my college starts the 26th. And it's the same for my brother as well. He goes to U of I. But yeah, let's bring you guys some. Everything sounds really echoey in this room, and I still haven't figured out if I like it or not, but. You're hearing all my wrist clicks more than you're hearing the actual noises I'm trying to make. But yeah, I hope you guys all had a good summer. For me, I feel like it went by pretty fast just because with the job I was working, it was just during the week I wasn't able to go out that much, and then when I was just out of town a lot with family and stuff on weekends, so I really didn't get to see my buddies much. Of the amount of times that they all got together, I was probably with them maybe 20% of the time or something. those things where, like, if you think back about it and, like, actually, remember, like, certain memories about summer and, like, things you did, then you're like, oh, okay, that was actually kind of a long time ago. But yeah. Some sock fabric noises. I was trying to think of, like, cool stuff I could have put on my body to mess around with. I guess those are technically body triggers, but I intentionally wore this shirt so that I could do collarbone tapping because, well, I guess this is more like trap tapping. Because last time I tried to do this, I had to I totally messed up the collar of my shirt. My gross, impartial facial hair. I probably won't have like an actual full face of facial hair for like another 2 years, where it's like enough to where it would be presentable. But I've actually found that the micro needling or microblading with like those little rollers, I think they're called like derma rollers too. That's actually helped. I think there's like some research behind it, but also some people like to deny it. I don't know. There's so many like health gigs that it's like hard to tell the actual research behind it, you know? A lot of people try and claim that it works, and then it's like everyone's trying to make money at the end of the day too, so then it's like, you know, it's hard usually if somebody's trying to sell a product like off the rip. I'm like, okay, hold on. Like, I cannot just take a step back. Like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure you guys see that kind of stuff like all over like TikTok. I'm like, bro, TikTok shop is getting out of hand. There was one time where I was scrolling, and whether it was a TikTok shop link or it was like earner or a creator earns commission, or it was like just a regular like TikTok ad where it actually like is not a real video, it like stops your feed. Like I got up like 10 or 11 in a row where I was like, bro, you gotta be kidding me. But anyway, right now just kind of I just trim my facial hair every once in a while with just like a little, you know, a little buzzer. And then I like actually use a razor on everything like beneath my face, my neck beard, down here. But yeah, who knows? I don't think it's actually gonna look presentable for like another year or something. Who knows? I want to do one of those shaving videos. I actually bought a straight razor when I like definitely didn't need one when I was in like, I don't know, like 8th grade. Obviously, I don't even have enough, like, I barely have enough facial hair now to need a straight razor, but I thought they were cool, so I bought one. And so anyway, I kind of have like the props to do a like a shave video. I like those usually. So keep an eye out for that. I might do one of those soon. I don't know. I usually try and create ASMR that I think I would like, which is why I want to do a shaving video, but just because I like that type of content doesn't mean I would be good at creating it, so Baptist Brotherhood shirt. And I wanted it to come further down on my arms, because that's how I like buying my bum covers. I'd like them to go like, ideally like to here. Basically just so that you can see my forearms. So this is, and if you can imagine, like, this is an extra large. And you see how far down the sleeves go. And that's with the collar cut, and it's stretched out. So it's pretty silly. Like, I don't understand how it's actually an extra large, but I was worried I wouldn't even be able to like do this video, because when I woke up this morning to shower, like both my nostrils were like clogged. I'm like, how am I even gonna be able to breathe? But yeah. So yeah, I hope you guys' summers felt good. I think usually most people just say that summer feels short. Because obviously it is relatively to the school year, but I don't know, I hope everyone's kind of excited about going back, Even if you're sad about summer being over, that doesn't mean you can't be excited about going back, so. I think that's usually not really a thing anymore. I remember maybe it was just rumors about it, but like in middle school and stuff, I remember like, cause you could see your teachers a little bit ahead of time. I usually didn't care, I just kind of like rolled the dice anyway, but I think it's actually possible for you to like change your teachers now, but whatever. A lot of the reason people would try and do that is to try and get in the same classes as their buddies, or like at least the same homeroom or something. But yeah, hopefully everyone's, at least a little excited about maybe some of the courses they're taking, or, just excited about fall. I hope you guys are excited about how things are going in life. Yeah, for me, I'm just excited because going back to school, I miss a lot of my buddies from school, and even though it's been summer now, I'm almost going to have like more social time at college than I did at home over the summer, so that'll be fun. That's kind of nice because it's like there's a little cavity in my collarbone, so it's like adding a little bit of depth to the sound. The same way it would happen if I cupped my hands. So then, I don't know how TikTok found out. Probably because they like kind of track your data on everything, but I did like Google searches on like good fantasy series. And then like all of a sudden, even though I'm like not on BookTok, okay, well, BookTok is like an entirely separate genre of like women getting excited about like weird stories. So not that side of BookTok, but anything to do with reading or novels. That was loud. Anything to do with reading or novels. I was never on that side of TikTok before, and then I do a Google search about good fantasy books, and sure enough, the next day I get a TikTok that's this lady talking about the Brandon Simmons. That might be wrong, but it's the Mistborn trilogy, and I know he makes a bunch of other books that are like kind of in the same verse. But anyway, so I was like, okay, you know what, that sounds kind of interesting, and there's a lot of books there, so let me give the first one a shot. So, that's the one I'm listening to now, and I'm only on chapter 4, but it's like, I don't know, an hour and a half into the audiobook. That's like 24 hours. And I'm liking it so far, but yeah, I just also wanted to, I gotta fix my like dopamine, because like it's so easy to just go on TikTok and like scroll forever. So I was like, with this I can at least, like still have something going on, but not be like, and I'm liking it so far. So I'm hoping, I don't know. The other problem with this is that like compared to shows or something, like they have separate voice actors for everything, and like I don't know if it's just like tradition to keep the same like narrator for the whole audiobook, or if it's a cost thing, like they don't want to pay because maybe these like narrators make like a lot of money or are really expensive, so they can't afford to get like 7 different ones for different characters. But in my opinion, that would be way better, because I already have a hard time keeping track of all the main characters right now that they're introducing, and so it doesn't help that it's literally the same dude, just changing like the pitch of his voice a little bit. Some narrators do it better than others, but yeah, I don't know. It would be a lot better, in my opinion, if they could just get different voices. Because then it's also annoying, because like I understand that's also just like proper dialogue, but then like the author, when he's writing, has to be like, and then the narrator has to be like, said this name, and then it's another line and it's said this name. It's like, if they could just have different voices, then they wouldn't need to do that, and then you could tell who's who. Great, another loud notification. But anyway. But yeah, I'm liking it so far, but yeah, there's a lot more content to go. Because the Mistborn is like a trilogy, and then I think there's like, I don't know if the other books are necessarily connected, but they're in the same verse. I guess it's probably something like Walking Dead, and then like Fear of the Walking Dead. Okay, there's definitely like a bunch of examples of that. I don't know why I just picked that, but anyway. Alright guys, I think I have to end the video there. I gotta get to work. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know this is pretty heavy on rambling, so if you don't like me talking, sorry about that. But I hope everyone's excited to go back to school. I hope everyone's doing well. I hope you guys enjoyed this video.